Holy shit, I almost forgot about it. Depeche, man. I'm so busy trading the futures, I forgot. I didn't pay attention to the time. Okay, hey, Depeche, is the volume okay? It looks like it's all right. Check, check, check. Yeah, it looks good. Shit. I literally looked at the clock and was like, what? Holy fuck. Almost forgot. Yeah, it's okay, good. All right, let me get the mic a little closer. People bitch about that. Sometimes I regret this giant monitor I got. It's so wide, I can't. Okay, all right, let me get refocused here. Okay, is everything good here? I think we are. Hey, Moondog. Okay, guys. Still on Depeche. I literally spaced on the time. Okay, let me get, I got a good lineup here today. Let's get rid of, we disclaim. Okay, let me get started here. It always takes me a minute to warm up. So first up here, what do I got here? I've got, this is Hangman. Hey, I think Hangman, I just saw Hangman. No, maybe not. Hangman, he gave me Bitcoin, or pardon me, he gave me Coinbase, but he gave it to me on Python, which, not sure why. I'm assuming most people are going to trade it here. Oh, let's get rid of that. Now, I've got his count here. He's going with 5 is up, and we're into an ABC, into a W down. Okay, so, oh, fuck, what did he give me here? Hang on a second. He gave me a 1 hour. Okay, so let's back up here. Let's go to a 4. Hang on here. We'll get there. Okay, so I'm assuming he's looking at this. All right, let's back up for a sec. All right, so let's get some context on this. So you're giving me, you're starting in September. So that's got to be what he's talking about. Right, so here's his 5. All right, well, that's so Hangman, good work, right? I can see the 5 you're talking about here. Let's move this over a little. Okay. We'll get there. Okay. Well, okay, so here's the first question you'd ask yourself, right? What have we just done here, right? Here's a, this almost feels silly to keep showing this, right? It's so, but we have new people join us all the time. Well, that's a little tricky. All right, because we look at all the overlaps here. So 1, 2, it looks like we get away with it here. We do, right? So looking at the overlaps, if you were thinking, God, can we even get that done? Looks like we'd have to do it this way. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be leading diag. That looks like impulse, so we might have to reset this here. This is not so easy. I know he's looking at this right here. Well, let's focus in there. Okay, do we need to be in log scale? Well, I get that question a lot. Why log scale? Well, at 4 times the range, it's pretty much mandatory, right? You can't see it. It is too bad they don't do semi-log here, but okay, this ought to clear this up a little bit more. So this starts to look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And here's the 5th. So let's take that up a little bit. So there's a decent example of how log scale is going to clean that up for you. So now we can see the inside. We can see this, the inside 3. That's, we don't have, without that impulse, we don't have a good Elliott count here. So the clean count here, shit that does not happen randomly. I promise you that's not random. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do we not love that? So his thought is we're doing a W. We got an X and a Y to complete, or this could come down. Let's get that off and get it all the way up here. Now, here's where log is interesting. So if we're focusing on, well, we can look down here and say this note here. This is all untouched order flow, right? It's bullish order flow. We've not put a toe into it. So it's interesting, right? So if he's going WXY, which is very, very reasonable. So what's the alternate, right? That this we'd be starting an extension in the 5th. Well, okay, maybe, but let's not assume that. Low to high, we'd be assuming, okay, well, what do they usually do? Pretty easy to see this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty clean. You might do it here, like this. All right, come down here. More again. This pay attention to this, right? Unmitigated order flow, right? Untapped. Right now we've got half of it. W, well, why not? What would make you think otherwise? Again, you're making the assumption if we're going to go higher that we've completed an impulse, but then this would push up here and we'd be doing an extension in the 5th, which is interesting, right? So this looks like we've got an ABC in here. This looks clean, right? So what's the point of all this, right? Like, can we just talk about the right edge? Well, you do want to kind of get a sense of how technically it's trading, right? Is it playing good Elliott ball? What the fuck here, God? Can you tell I'm a little out of it? Okay. All right, so I got a clean. I don't know. For those people, does Elliott Wave even work? You tell me. Does the market move in 5s and 3s? I mean, can it get any more perfect? I mean, do we need more evidence than that? Now, is every chart going to have perfect 5s and 3s? Obviously not. Silly statement. But I think we can conclude in 2025 in a new asset class. It doesn't even. It's kind of a stupid thing to say. Does you tell me, right? Does it move in 5s and 3s? I'll let you draw your own conclusions. Okay. Well, why would you not be thinking that? Well, the only reason you'd be thinking that is you'd be sucked into like, okay, well, maybe it's going to be different with. Let's take it out of log scale just to look, right? So that's where things get a little more interesting, right? So now we take it out of log scale. Well, do we need to be there, right? Well, look at the range we're talking about. 33, it's 10 times the range. But in the same context, in the same breath of longer is longer, I mean, there's a 50% retracement. So it's not unreasonable to think, why do we need more? Why do we need more? Well, if you're in log scale, well, shit, well, we need more. We haven't made the 50, right? But from low to high, we've made a 50. We got a clean finish there. Let's go down to what he was looking at. Oh, that's a 1, 2. Oh, let's put this down here because we're going to need all this. So it looks like we're going to go A, B. So fuck, we getting a triangle there. That's a fucker. I don't really want to put it there. Let's pause here for a second. Okay, out of log. How we doing? Where's Al? There he is. Is there any place where you don't find him? No, there is no place where you do not find him, right? Get over that, right? If you're looking for the place, what a silly thing to be looking for, right? It's always there. Right? You don't. Why would you want to be looking for something very abnormal? Target is met. This is tricky though. So fuck. What are we doing with that? Can't quite get the triangle in there. So it looks like you're going to have to do this here. Ugh, is this what we have to do here? 1, 2. I don't really like that. I want to get the B in over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, C, D. It can't quite get it. That could be your A. We might have to do it like that. So we're kind of back-assing into this. This looks impulsive. So the other thought is this is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, because that does look impulsive. So we put the B here. Damn, it's tricky. I guess we'll have to do it like, see, if we here's the conundrum. If we put the 2 over here, then the 1, 2 to the 3, 4 isn't particularly great. But let's scope that out. Don't like it because I want to put the 1 here. Which means I want to put the B here. Oh, I might have to call a wizard in on that one. Oh, fuck. Look at the market. It's really taking off. Tariffs are on. Nope, nope. That was just yesterday. Tariffs are off now. There's a triangle in here somewhere, I want to say. Yeah, fuck. I don't see it. Tough one off the bat. Yeah, let's go to a 3 here. A, B, C into the B. That gives me a B, but I don't like this. 1, 2. Well, the downside of that is that if this is 1, 2, 1, 2, well, then we've got more to go, which may be in sync with his suggestion. The 3 to the 4 here is not great. Might be more to come there. Tricky one. All right, so what do you want to do here? Do you want to buy this? I'd be damned if I can. I can't get, because we break here. I can't get a triangle to fly there because of that little fucker. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to come back to that. Okay, let's get down here. Good puncture. We got a clean 4, so this would be the internal 4. Well, it's not the cleanest of Elliott. There's a problem here. I may have to come back to that. I can't quite get it. I can't quite get the triangle in. I know it's in there, but I can't quite see it. I can't get it. I just got it. No. I get stuck there. I'll come back to that. I'll post it. I'll get so we don't get stuck here, and I'm late anyway. Oh, Jesus, it's got to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. I can't get it. I don't see it. So let's do it this way. Now we'll have to do it here. A, B, C into that too. All right, well, we've just got a pretty substantial imbalance. Makes me suspicious of this low here. Okay, let's get this one out. That's already met. This looks like we got a candidate here for some more. What do we got here? Earnings have come and gone. I guess they missed on earnings. No, they had a surprise beat, but just the market sentiment seems to be pulling them down. There's a fucking triangle in there, but I don't see it. Okay, so 3, possibly 4, another leg down to clean this all up. That might get a little bit easier to spot on that 4. You see, that could do it, right? So we've got the ABC here into the proposed 2 if I can't get a triangle in there. Well, then we'd look for more sideways here on that 3. So I'd be looking for more of a 4 to develop there. So I'd be looking in here. I'm not saying don't buy it here. It's not bad because you're getting the reaction. I wouldn't be aggressively long there. I love it if we can get golden, of course, right? That's where we get big horsepower down there. And then let's do an A to B, length of the A, assuming I've got the B correctly identified here. Well, 100 is the most common, right? So if we're going to come a little bit lower, something like this at golden looks pretty good. That's a tight little triangle or a tight little consolidation. What can we really say here, right? We have consolidation, contraction, expansion. Got some fair value gaps. I'd watch this pivot. Remember, every pivot tells a story. My wife asked me if I wanted to go to see Rod Stewart on Friday. Every picture tells a story. You know, it pops into my head. My reaction was, isn't he about 100 now? 1, 2, 3, 4. She's reliving her youth there. Okay, so I'm not ready to go aggressively long there, even though the reaction here makes sense, right? If we're indeed, you know, a crypto reserve, it's on one day, it's off another day, it's got altcoins in it, and then the next day it doesn't have all, you know, no comment. Okay, so down here I like it a little bit better, right? I'd love to see that, right? And then come out of here, then you go. We'll see. Right, if you're trading that, what do I got underneath? Yeah, let's see. I got OBV. I got an ADX. Right. So trend is weakening. Bears in control. Kind of neutral here. Yeah, ADX is kind of useful. I've been using that a lot lately. Strength of trend. It's a simple indicator. Who's in control? Bulls or bears? Strength of trend. Right. So the downtrend is weakening. We don't have bulls in control yet. So I don't think I'd hold there. I don't think you have to rush into anything. Hangman, I like your thinking. God, what's not to like here? But I think we head down a little bit lower. Okay, right. So let me keep going there. Okay, French toast. Hope that's helpful, Hangman. You're on the right track there, but maybe a little retrace. Okay, so I got French toast with BYDDY by what the fuck is this? I don't even know what that is. BYDDY. All right, what do we got here? Ooh, I like his work already. French toast. He comes in and out. He's been around with us for a long time. Nice to see him back posting again. Boy, this is some good looking work. Great, boy, I love to see the work. You know, it's so obvious. He's using Lux Algo. They have their own. You know the thing with Lux Algo, the font is so fucking small. Let's take that off for a second. Okay, so we got. God, this looks good. Why is this so? So thinly traded. Okay, so he's looking to be a buyer here for an extension in the assumption here is that since wave 3 a minor degree are almost equal, wave 3 may extend. Whoa, good. All right, he's been reading up. Since 1 and 3 at minor degree. Okay, so he's talking about up here, I think. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's just check that, right? So he's saying 1. Well, slow down here, right? So we are in log scale. Well, so he must be talking about this. Let's come back. At minor degree, right? So that makes me think he's talking about here. Well, let's check this one. When in doubt, let's measure. I think that's what he's talking about. So let's get into a 3-hour over here. All right, so we got a pretty good kick there. 3, 4. So his premise is we have a leading diag here. So we're going to do this. We're going to do a little triangle in here. Okay, let's get that shrunk down a bit. Oh, let's see. Can we make that triangle work there? I'm not so sure. A, B, C. Okay, that works. Do we have a diag? Let's see. We got out of it. But okay, so you're going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the 1, 2 is good. 3, 4, right? We don't overlap. That's clean. up for the 5. So down for the 1, 2. Well, it's pretty good. That's pretty bold projection, right? Which I doubt many people would see. So let's bring this over here. I think he's got another one over here. All right, for more. Let's go to a 4. Huge volume here. Right, so volume profile is useful. Let's take it out of log just as we look here. From 40, yeah, we still need to be in log. From 4, well, no, that's 3 times range. We could stay out. God, this is nice work. All right, every swing is accounted for. Which in that process, right? So you look at it and you go, well, fuck, why do I have to do all that? Well, you're building conviction in your technical analysis as you're going through that. A, B, C, D. Oh, that's kind of skinny. Well, let's let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the assumption it's a 1, 2. Well, that's a hurry up and wait, right? So we got a ways to go until you're into the sweet spot. I do like we're right on the ledge here, into that golden zone. Now you don't know right what's coming down there, and there's a lot that still has to come with that. But it's right on track. Here's where we start: 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, things that do not happen randomly. A, B, C. There's the 1. Well, I'd get that on your watch list, right? Just set an alert on it. I'm going to do it as well. I think that's. Let's add an alert before it gets there. Pretty. All right, so here's the, if I push this over. Right, B wave is always the sucker rally for those, this is for retail who think, oh, that correction's over, right? Oh, it's going to keep going, right? That's what the B rally really sets up. Not much to do there other than sit and wait, right? But it's great, TA. French toast, very well done. Beautiful work. A, B, C, D, E. Boy, you stretched there to get that in. It actually looks a bit like Bitcoin, where it was like, oh, was that it? Nicely done. Very nicely done. Now, if we bring this back on, here we've got the imbalance. We've got demand. I'm assuming that's a demand zone. Yeah, it is. Here's the last change of character. Up we go. We've had the... some would call it change of character, change in state of delivery. As we break this, now we'd come back up here. Maybe you've got it, the gaps are not as meaningful in equities because you got so many gaps. So up we go into a retrace here, into a false push. FOMO traders. Last chance to sell it. If you could, certainly, that's not a bad play as well, because you can sell it here with very low risk on the assumption we're going to come back down here. So that would be right now. Remember, you can go much higher than a golden zone, but if you got, you could have an expanded B. But if you got, let's go. Let's just use that right in this area here. A little divot here. That might be a great short to take the the down and the up. Good one, really well done, French toast man. What have you been doing? Practicing? Looks like it. That's great work. Okay, so another one for the watch list here, which is part of what we try and do. In addition to looking how the members are progressing with our methodology, this is a great area to get trade ideas. Like-minded people, right? Setting it up. That's why we do this, right? How they progressing? Can we get some, to make your time worthwhile? Can we get some nice setups, right? Because nobody can watch everything. All right, for the trad traders, looks like the market's really kicking here. Okay, that's good. I'm watching my P&L as I do. All right, Andreas, BSV. Let's see what he's got. Copy link. As I tell you guys, some of the best trades I've had in the last 3 years have come from live streams. I trade them too. Okay, we got a lot of lines here. What is, he's giving me the S&P 5. No, that can't be what you want. You want BSV USD. Why did that not come over? I didn't get your chart. Hang on. Let's try again. Well, somebody I think asked for the That's not it. Okay, so maybe if I'm not getting your, let's try copy. There, right? It even says it. We're not getting it. Okay, so let's try BSV USD. Oh, I guess we can go to crypto, right? We'll get the full history. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I got yours. Okay, good, good, good. All right. Bitcoin, silver. Are they even? I'm surprised they're still around. Okay. Let's get back here. Whew, that's a lot of lines. Okay, I like lines. That means he's digging into it, right? He's working on it. So this is interesting. I think I don't think you want to label it that way. It's what are we doing here? A B C A. Okay, right. That's. I'm not sure. I wouldn't even worry about that. Let me get that. Let's get that off of there. Okay, right. I don't know that it matters. Right, here's launch. This is the. It's more likely that you've got some sort of a diag there, but doesn't really matter. Okay, so A, B, we come down here. Okay, well, you wouldn't go WXY. That's all right. It doesn't really matter. You wouldn't go WXY into a C. Just to keep this, if we're going to go C, right, we're looking for an impulse here, right? So why not something, oh shit, something along those lines here, just to, I got to take that off here because it just makes it too hard. Oh, fuck me, come here. Right, so if we're looking for a C, we're looking for an impulse to get into it, right? So you could probably get away with that. 1, 2, 3, there's your 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, drop for the 5. Okay, so now we're coming back to the other side. Okay, so the ABC looks clean. I'm gonna, what are we doing here? We're going, I gotta pull this off. I can't see what you're doing in there. Oh, he's got them locked. Okay, so hang on, let me get in there so I can see what you're doing. I'll bring them back. They're fibs, right? So it's not easy, not hard for me to bring them back. Okay, these, I like your thinking here, right? So do we have, well, let's just check that. Oh, you've done a lot of work here, right? So I like where you're going here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm Andreas, maybe it's just me, but I find these things really make it hard to follow what's going on. Oh shit, this is cool. When did this happen? Oh, I've never seen that before, where we get these. Oh, I know what he's doing. This has got to move down. Isn't that right? How is this? The funk? Not sure what's happening there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy shit. Okay, so let's put that in a different color. Let's go to blue. Let's take that up a degree. I'm going to get there. Give me a second. Okay, so I got that. All of this one. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're going to come WX. Oh shit, I can barely see him. Oh man, you gotta. Okay, next one, maybe we'll take those off, right? You'll get to where you don't need them. I know it can. It's like it's a little bit of a training wheel at first, right, to make sure everything's connected. But if you change the degrees, you don't need it. You don't need it. If you change color and degrees, you can follow your work here. Bear with me, guys. I can't see what he's doing with that. Okay, so one more. Jesus. Okay, if it helps you, I'm not saying don't do it. It's just it's harder for me to track. It's just, all I see is lines. WX, I need an A, B, C. So here's an A, B, C. Good, right? So you're right on the money there. And it looks like, what do we do there? Let's see, I'm in log scale. So went to 707. You had this area here. It's pretty obvious. We had some support down here, which he's noted here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Holy shit, that's a lot of lines. Okay, so we're gonna go A, B, so we're gonna go, oh, fuck, 1, 2. No, what are we doing here? We're doing a Y. Okay, WXY, WXY, Y. Okay, so we're gonna go. God, Jesus Christ. Okay, so 8, 2. Fucking A, I can barely follow what you're doing here, man. Sorry, guys. I got to get these off of here so I can follow it. Okay, let me get that off of there. Jesus, might be easier to just bring this up here. So A, 1, 2. No, can't be. Oh man, I gotta do this on my own. I can't. I'm just gonna save time here. Oops, I didn't want to remove on both of them. So, oh fuck it. All right, I got to do this. Yeah. Okay. I can't see it. Okay. Let me clean this up here. Sorry. Who gave me Andreas? I guess I got to start with something clean here. Okay. So let's come back to Jesus Christ here. Should have probably started when I forgot the time. I still don't know what's going on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like I've got a 1, 2. Okay. All right. So this would be the key. Do I have it there? Do I need to be in log? Yes, I do. Okay. Back to, let's start from scratch here. Well, if that's a triangle, we might be able to get away with that. Let's try and keep this simple. When in doubt, simplify. All right, could it be that simple? Well, this looks like very interesting area for liquidity to be grabbed, right? So we know what's happening there. I think you probably simplify this. I know you're working on your skills. Can we, right? So first question is always, can we simplify this? Is that what we have? Can we put this in context and just keep it to something a little easier to spot? Okay. Got a 1. Got a candidate for a 2. Oh, I'm in crypto, so I can't get volume. You got a 3 here. I wouldn't worry about that. You got an order block sitting right here. Just tapped into that. Okay, well then also what else? Right, just again in the most basic Elliott application here. Okay, we're not quite to 100%. Do we need to come to 100%? No, we don't. What else is here? Well, I've got a candidate here for this to be done. Can we keep it simple? A lot of crypto did this, right? So I'm going to put it here as a possible triangle. Let's come down and let's put that in blue. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. We stop progressing the trend. Now, could we be done there? Let's just put it right here. Well, you got the footprints of it, right? Sweeping liquidity. Let's put an EWO on there. Let's just see what that looks like. Oh, we've already got it on there. Okay, so I don't know what. That's the weirdest. I've never seen that. Okay, so I'm ready to squeeze. Looks like you might have a set of median lines here that could be effective. Now, it's corrective, so I always want to look at it with a shift. Would love it a little further. Do we need to go further? Do we have a completed impulse here? If this is our A, B, oh fuck, A, B, C, D, E, is something like that. Might be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we've already swept this low, so if it's done, how are you going to get that done? Holy shit, you'd have to get it done here. Well, unless you're putting this up here, I don't really want to do that. I think that's all part of the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, iffy. All right, so I would just wait on it. Right, let it show its hand a little bit more. Okay, are we going? Well, what do we have to do? Right, so we haven't even swept that. Let's go down to 1. All of the liquidity down here, including this, has been grabbed, right? So you've got all of the hallmarks of a decent bottom. They've grabbed all of this. So what would you think, right? Do I have enough? Doesn't look like there's enough there to call this. We got a completed impulse. Well, let's see if they can sweep this, right? I mean, wouldn't that be the obvious point of, okay, if this is all coming down, okay, we've pulled most of that. That would give us a change of character. So 1, 2, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, clear out some of this. You can't see. You have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got a candidate there for that to be done, right? I appreciate your thinking. You'd have to go here and finish it down here. You got a 5. 1, 2. All right, that could fly. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to see a little more than that. Okay, so make the market prove it to you, right? Before you put money at risk. Okay, let's complete the 5 here. Because if you try and chase it now, what are you saying? Well, fuck, I don't want to miss it. It looks like it's going to go, right? FOMO 101. Let this complete. Right. If it's legit, it's going to give you a clean 5, right? If we're really putting in a solid bottom, okay. Right, I'm not worried about that, just running away, right? I'm not saying it couldn't happen, right? But that's lower probability, right? It's abnormal. You don't want to trade abnormal. Oh God, maybe it'll do something that it rarely does. That's never the position you want to be in. So I'll wait for the 5 to complete and then retrace, right? So got a nice little. This looks like an order block. Right here, you'd have that for potential rebound here, right? As this, so why would I say that, right? It's a good order block because it has displacement, right? Even if I refine that a little bit, right? The fair value gap here, the push, right? No, it's unfair trading, right? That's the point. One side doesn't get a fair shot at it, right? So we went so fast. Now if we come back to it, potentially there's orders in that. I like okay, we got a 5. Remember, we begin and we end in 5s, right? So we've got a 5 that's potentially ends. We got the start on a 5 here, but it's not done yet. So it's very easy to fill it in your mind's eye and go, oh, well, fuck, yeah, that's going to complete. Not so fast. What? Radar? Sure. Oh, fuck, man, that's these guys gave me Bitcoin Silver. Oh, fuck, where'd that go? I think that was the request from YouTube. Where's, hang on, where's Wonks? Here he is. No, Bitcoin Cash. All right, so this is Bitcoin Silver. Okay, so I still have that one to do from X, Twitter, whatever Elon's fucking bullshit. Okay, so that, again, I'd hold on that. I'd set an alert down here. So watch that, but it's not really ripe. But a good one to get on your watch list. Okay, let's come down here. Hang on. Live stream, submit charts. Where'd we go? Okay, your work's looking good, Andreas. Work on it's just a suggestion. I think it'll help you as well. If you change colors and degrees, you won't need to connect the lines, right? Because it makes it it's hard for me, but I think it'd be hard for you. It'll just make you a better technician, right? To not need to lean on those swing settings, because you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to read it yourself. If it was better, I'd tell you to use it. I think you'll do better. Change the degrees, change the colors so you can see what's attached to what. Just a suggestion, try and help you, not trying to shit on you. Okay, here's a new handle. Race Car K-Pack. Well, Cardano. Let's see what's going on there. They were part of the the presidential pump and dump, right? That's where we are in 2025. The presidents are pumping and dumping crypto. So fucking perverse, but that's where we are. All right, America wanted it, so that's what we got. Okay, you think any phone calls were made before that post went out? Can you imagine the amount of money that's available for the corrupt, knowing when the tariffs are going to be lifted? That's almost an unlimited amount of money they can make. You don't think those phone calls are going to happen? You're not paying attention, my friends. Okay, all right, so there we go. Not to get off on that tangent. Okay, so what are we thinking here? We're thinking we got a 4 in. Well, it's certainly possible. Let's see. I'm going to guess you're not in log. Do we need to be in log? Okay, let's go out to a daily. Okay. Not that I don't value it. I'm just going to clear up the real estate here. Okay, this is another one where you're kind of just a suggestion, man. It's just I'm trying to help you. I don't ever want to be critical without intention. Those are you don't need those that big, right? Try and keep these at. You want to get to where I always try and make it so that the largest thing I'm ever using is minuet, right? If I'm going beyond that, I've got multiple. I've got a very large. What are you using here? You're using primary. Now, if it's easier for you, that's fine. But I think it'll clean up your chart, because you look at that and you go, "What the fuck? I don't see anything in there." Your degrees are so big. I would just encourage you to maybe consider taking those down. Right? It'll just clean up your chart as well. Right? Just, not to be disrespectful to your work at all. I don't mean it that way. So minuet, okay. So if I'm going to go above minuet, then I'm going to go up 1, right? So that might make sense there. Okay, this is way too big. Let's come down to, we can even go micro here. Okay, now it starts to, oh shit, I can see it now. Okay, I can see what you're doing here. I don't need to be beyond that. I got a double here. Oh, that's a little for my eye, right? I like to see it a little bit better. WXY, boom, WXYXZ, pretty fancy footwork. We got some. Okay, now, so first question, do I really need to look at it in log scale? Well, we've gone from 22 cents to $1.50. You'd at least want to look at it in log scale, wouldn't you agree? It's hard to get to the perspective. Now, granted, it distorts it because of the compression down here, but it often will make it easier to see what's really going on. Oh God, these are again just way too big. Okay, so we're gonna do a. Oh, I don't disagree with you here. We're gonna have to do some sort of a. You don't really have a clean impulse, right? No, you can't do that. Really, this is almost without count, right? This is here's the election, right? Here, this is well, again, it's hard not to. Right, we $200 million to get him elected. Right, this guy was on 60 Minutes talking about the hundreds of millions that he put in. He was one of the top contributors to the Trump campaign to get him elected. Right, we come all the way back down. Phone call made. Again, I know MAGA hates it when I'm negative on their hero. Okay, so that's backwards. Let's come back here. Let's put that in micro. Let's put this one. Is that a 4? Well, it could be. I see your point. In log scale, does that look? Or it doesn't quite look right, does it? Let's put that. I'm going to come down here as well. Could it be a 4? Yeah, it could. Because this is all one impulse. You got a bumpy start here. What's the alternate? And first question is, do we even need an alternate? Well, you've got this that's in play. Okay, it could be a 4. Mighty deep. Right? On the assumption that that this is the 2 that we're pulling from. Oh, you got a wick going through. All right, if you pull from the absolute low, which is what the algo would do, right? Algo doesn't care about a fucking leading diag, right? It's just going to go dominant. It's going to go from the lowest low to the highest low. This is really very questionable as to how you're going to count that, right? The other thought is, which is actually, it's more bullish. If this is uncountable, right, and this is just the impulse, I mean, the alternate, just to consider, I'm not saying you need to do this, but the alternate to consider here would be this. Now I'm going to take that up. Oh, well, good, because you like them big, right? Okay, so 1, 2. Because this is uncountable. This is just radio waves. There's no, you can't get a diag in there. It's just, it's uncountable. It's contraction, explosion. So that would be my thought, right? To clean it up. We come out of this consolidation, right? You know, it's a squeeze, right? We're going to have squeeze. Oh, fuck, you don't have it on here, but you know, that's a squeeze. Then we get the election, right? Crypto friendly admin. Okay. Down we go. So we got the same problem here. Is that a 1? Oh, give me a second. All right, let's clean this up. Yeah, 1? Is it? Is it 1 here? It looks like you might have an impulse here, so that makes me go A, B, C. I'm inclined to think it's 1, 2 like that. Let's take this up a degree. 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, see they're so distorted. Is that a 4? Well, it could be. But look compared to the 2, doesn't make sense really. So sometimes what you're doing with Elliott is going, God, that's so abnormal that I'm reluctant to label it that way. But we've got, this is the Cardano, and we're going to put Litecoin, and we're going to put, all my favorite cryptos. Who gave me money? Those are going in the crypto reserve. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay, so if it's 1, 2, again, I'd be inclined to be thinking we got another 1 here. I like what you're doing here. This is good work here. You're at least paying attention. Okay, well, here's the break of structure, so the trend is down. Oh, change of character. Okay, well, we've got something that's happened here. What do we expect after a break of structure like this? Whether it's chalk or bust, doesn't matter. It's a break of structure. We expect retrace. Where does that retrace go? Golden. It's too far, right? It's just too far. I would think 1 A, B, C. If you want to 1, 2, make it some sort of fucking crazy, you probably got an ABC here. That's a good impulse that takes us down. Okay, you want to leave it there? That's fine. I could live with that. I don't know what are you doing with that? Almost doesn't matter, right? A, B, C. That cleans it up a little bit. 1, 2. That's where a 2 would likely go. It's more bullish that way. That looks like 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we get that? Same thing. I would just, because it's so unusual, I would do it this way. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that's how I would approach it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? See, it's all self-contained. I don't want to try. I tell you guys this all the time. This does not to go 4, 5. It's too disconnected. This is all one shot, right? And I get a 4, 5 into it. So I would trade this as a 2. That's, again, it's just me. Some sort of, do you draw these in? Invalidation. Okay, I'm going to take that off. So 1, 2, right? It's in the spot where I'd expect a 1, 2. Vegas wave. Hello, Vegas wave. High volume POC. Did he draw that? I think he did. Unless he's got something here that locks him up. Well, this is very bullish, right? If indeed it's going to fly. This all goes up. This all goes up. This all goes up. So we're working off of the low here. This, call it whatever you want. I've got a swing. I've got a higher low. I get a very impulsive move. I'm going to call it 1, 2. Although you got to consider the possibility here that we've just done A and we're working on B, although it looks like it's an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks pretty A-ish. There's a 1. There's a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could probably get A, B, C into that. Let's do A, B, C. Oh, man, we're going gray there. Okay. Let's go A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We begin and end in 5s, right? So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's certainly sharp. Okay, I got a big, God, is this him? He must be drawing these in and locked them. That must be what that is. Okay, so let's train that, change that. All right, I'm getting there. ABC, is that my 2? Candidate, right? Looks like I've got something that's kind of skinny here. We're going sideways here. Done? Could be. AB, oh fuck. Something like that. A, B, C, or just sideways. Not much of a 5. Okay. Well, we can start to construct a trading plan off of this. On the assumption here, I've got my 2 is in. If that's a 1, all right, it's got to trade like it. It's got an impulse. We would certainly not expect that low to get broken. They got to go somewhere. Let's put them up there. Let's go over to white. I got a candidate for a 1 off of the prettiest looking impulse. If that goes a little bit higher, all this would push up. Oh, maybe you're in. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, let's just think in basic common sense of where would we want to trade, right? I'm in log scale here. Let's take it out of log scale. Okay, I'm right at midpoint, right at high volume node. Do I have any edge here? Well, do you want to be a buyer there? You do it. So, I mean, if this is the range we're considering, I'm in the premium. I'm not saying selling. I'm saying, oh, I sure, if it's going to roll over, which would be what you'd hope right here. Oh, assuming you want to get long, right? I want to see that come down. I got ledges right here, right? This is, they call it trading the ledges, right? That's where you'd want to be looking. If it's going to go deeper, your expectation would be it would go deeper from this ledge to get to one of the lower ledges here, where you might have a 50. Oh, God damn it. Come here. So right in here where we just drew it. Right there on that ledge. That would take us right in here. So could I get a 1, 2? Well, I need an A, B, C to set that up. Now, that's, you see, you want to wait for the setup that you recognize. Okay, I got a 5 here. Now, do you want to buy it now? I wouldn't. Why? It's the correction's over. Anything's possible, but is that where you want to put money at risk? Off of, it's going to be, it's going to be an abnormally short and quick, and shallow retracement. So I'm going to buy it. Really? I mean, assuming you're applying Elliott Wave, that's not where you buy it. If anything, that's where you sell it. Do you want to sell that? What do we got here? We just bounced off the 50, right? All I see is we're setting up the B wave. Again, if it goes higher, I wouldn't change what we're seeing here. I would just say, okay, we got a little kick. We're going to get a 1, 2. Maybe we get an extension in the 5th. Or maybe the 3 goes up here, and the 4 goes over here, and the 5 goes over here, right? If it's going to keep going, great, right? But you're still waiting for we're retracement traders, period. I never, ever, ever buy breakouts because I've bought enough breakouts to know that's not something that I ever want to do again. So I don't ever do it. Right? So again, just common sense. Okay, do I want to buy premium or discount? If you're buying in premium, there's only one reason you're doing it. FOMO. Period. So if you recognize it and you're going to do it anyway, boy, the mental lashing you're going to give yourself if it's a loser, severe, and the worst possible outcome would be it's a winner, because then you'll keep doing it. Eventually, you'll learn the hard way. I know I did. I had to learn it the hard way. I'm a stubborn, arrogant trader, right? I fucking know what's going on. The market will humble that right out of you fast. Okay, race car K-Pack. Good work, right? There may be a little tweaking here. Again, I'm not saying your counts are not correct. That's never what I'm saying. I'm just saying, okay, based on doing this for a long time, I'm just something else to think about. Something like this, don't try and connect something to that, right? That whatever it was, right? Though it's, we know what that was. That's the pump, that's the dump. The presidential pump and dump in 2025. Welcome to America. Okay, so now we got Hangman wants the ES. Oh, fuck, I've got it up here somewhere, but I won't be able to find it. So let's just bring it up cold. Oh, maybe I've got some stuff on here. Okay. You didn't give me much beyond ES. Okay, all right, so we're just going to go. Oh, shit, I got your stuff on here. Okay. I got a bunch of stuff on here. I'm going to take it off for a second. Sonar. I think Sonar was. They sold it to somebody else. Vegas Wave, right? Look, Vegas Wave, pretty effective. But let's take that off for a second. All right, the S&P is not easy right here. Okay, so let's just at a glance. Oh, I guess we're stuck with that. So let's take that up. Oh, let's go intermediate here. We'll go to the big ones, right? Since some of you guys really like the big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3. Well, I've done this so many times here. Let's see if we're in. I need to be in log scale. I thought we had a gold in here, but maybe I'm wrong. One of these was a golden. Thought we did. Okay, 1, 2. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this, if you brought it up for the first time, you'd probably do something similar. Say, okay, where are the 5s? Where are the 3s? It's not usually something like this. When we're out on a daily, they're going to stand out. 1, 2, 3. Looks like you finished with a diag. Okay, so let's get down to a 4-hour. Same with the NASDAQ. So here, this is what people have been talking about, right? So we're sweeping this. Oh, a little concerning. So what your thought would be is, oh, is this ABC? Is that what I have here? Oh fuck, AB, yeah, something like that, right? It's similar to the NASDAQ. So what do we have to do here, right? Can we finish this? Well, I had this. It's identical to the. Is this ABC? I think you have to do it here. There is an impulse in there. Oh, fuck, come here. Put that in green. Can we make that fly? Probably here. WXY, right? You barely skate by with that. It gets swept, right? So sweep is a sweep. It's tempting, right? Swept, right? No matter which one you use, right? They got it. It's like it's this. So is there a workaround? Might be here. The 4. Well, see, the challenge becomes, okay, well, oh, how am I getting out of that? That's a 3 all day, right? I mean, we can't fudge it. It is a 3. So it makes you rethink that, going, oh, okay, wait, how am I going to finish this? That's kind of a fucker, isn't it? I think you got to go A, B, C. Oh, fuck. How am I going to do that? That's a 5 there. So I think you're going to have to do it this way. Here's a 5, right? So we have to deal with that. That's finishing something. Looks like we're kind of forced into this. Because of that 5. That's a 5. It's a clear 5, right? We got to deal with that somehow. We have to account for it somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5. What do you do with that? Can we even get it into a B? Well, it's a bit of a stretch, right? So you're kind of making do with what the market is implying. That it's probably technical. I'm sure it is. Right in the pocket here. Unrealized. Interesting. And already broken. I think you're stuck with that. And you'd have to do this as, no, something like this. A, B, C. Into the 3. A, B, C down here. It's a tricky one because you're a little bit fucked here. What's the alternate? Is there an alternate? Could this be A, B, C, W, X, Y? That's what you'd be thinking, but I think you're kind of stuck with the diag here. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely one that would take some time. You have to do a lot of trial and error here because you kind of want to finish it here. Let me play with that for a second. If I do this, right? Well, I've already got, am I going to allow for that? Just that little wick to overdo it. W, O, A, B, C. That's a bit of a judgment call. It's not an easy one to make either. Closes, but that would put you here, right? See what I'm trying to do here is I got a 5 here. I got to deal with that. I can play the impulse here. This shit, there's not an easy answer here. This is unclear. I could squeeze an impulse in here. 1, 2. You're gonna. It's a little bit of a Elliott shuffle to make it fit. 1, 2. We're gonna do 3, 4, 5 up there. Ah, God damn it. You got an alternate here. You could do 3, 4, 5. There, let's just look at it here. We might as well, because you guys are likely dealing with the same issue. If we did that, right, does that help in any way? If we turn this into a, oh fuck, where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We wouldn't overlap. It's something to consider here. Let's get this. We would not have the overlap. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, deep 4, but we have a pretty deep 2. And then we go up to the 5 here. Okay, does that help us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get a completed impulse. A, B, C. That's not really helping me. It's not completing it. Here's a 5, right? So where I was going with that is potentially you've got something like this happening here, where that would be your W. So let's play with that for a second. W. Fuck me. Can we put the X there? Oh, that would be really bearish. Let's just consider it. Put it in green. A, right? There's the 5. Can probably live with a 3 there. It's a bit of a squish. Into the C for a W. Then I'd have to go A, B. Oh, let's get that out of there. A, B, C, right? So we'd have a good flat. We'd have 3, 3, 5 into a flat for an X. This is a little skinny up there. Well, to get this to finish, right, because we want to see if we can get it finished here. Oops. 3, 3, 5. 3, 3, 5. Another flat. I don't know, my wizards may be cringing on that B. So I'm going to get this one out of here and go back to the diag. Right, the goal was, okay, can I get it? Can we be done here? All right, well, if we finished a diag here, and let's try and get the geometry into it. This all being corrective rather than starting a new downtrend. Well, what are we looking for? We'd be looking for a 50. If that's the 3 here. Now, remember, the algo doesn't care, but we're going to try and approach it initially with our Elliott hats on. Okay, right, another leg down here. Well, what would that suggest? If this is getting a little tricky here. Oh, one of my senseis had a good solution for this. If we're going to go A, B, C, 3, A, B, C, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's got to be a 1 there. That's a 1. That's a 2. 3, 4, 5. Looks like you're going to get a diag there if you can. To try and get it finished is what we're trying to do here. All right, we don't want a new trend starting here. Can we go 1? God damn it, there's 5 there. Let's push this off for a sec. Oh, geez, I didn't know what I was getting into today. Tough one. Tough everywhere. Come here. Can we squeeze a diag in here? You might need this here. Well, what you're trying to do is this. Oh, fuck. It barely makes it. Might have to do it here. 1, 2, 3. Working on 4, 5. Let's put this back. Can we get an ending diag into that? Something like that. I don't know if we're done here or not. It does not look like we're done because look what they've left here. right? That no way that stands. No, well, I shouldn't say that. Odds are very high that they come back for a visit there. Let's think here. ABC, can we get it? Yeah, we can. So let's get it in a series of threes. As a 1. ABC. This is very influenced by one of my senseis, who is a master Elliottian. See, it was very similar to the NASDAQ when we were trying to see how we could finish, and he gave me this to think about, so I'm stealing his idea. That's the 4. No way that stays. No, well, shouldn't say that. Low probability that that stays unswept. Low is not, no. Would get us to the 50. We'll see here. Truncate? No. It's okay, anything's possible. The 4 could still be over here. A, B, C, right? Depending on what we get here. So I'd leave that as a floater. I'd like it a lot down here, right? So let's bring that back. Where are we? Since we have a diag here, what would you be thinking? 1, 2, right? If we're going to keep going, which is the general consensus is, oh, bull, right? It's not done. It's not done, right? So what does that leave us? 1, 2. And the assumption now we start tracking lower. We got a whole, you know, the shit show in Washington fucking change their mind every day. Well, okay. Could we be done here? Oh, there's golden zone. Why would you assume anything less than this is where you want to get long? What does it usually do? If this is going to be 1, 2, that's where I'd be looking. Oh. Do I have anything below? Not dramatic divergence here. So you'd want to, so the 4 here, or you'd want to see a little more divergence there. This is all pretty solid. So a little push up here, something like this, right? We're at a failure to get up over 70, back down. I would be reluctant to be aggressively buying here, right? Not with that. You see why I would say that, right? Not with that left there. Those are just too juicy. I know anything's possible. Well, how would you do it, right? So the first assumption is, okay, well, the count is wrong, right? That you'd be thinking, oh, it's this. Maybe. Could you even do that? You'd have to turn it into something else. This would have to be A, B, C to get done here. I'm not ready to go there yet. We got a big number hitting on Friday, so I would be cautious here. You got very high volatility, massive uncertainty. The policy changes are being made. They're being changed by the hour. I just would not be aggressive here in anything. All right, well, that fuckers. It is weird to have this conversation with myself. Okay, Hangman, hopefully that gave you a few things to think about here. You don't want to, you got a major number, market's on edge. The fucking lies are so, it's just the shit that they're lying about is amazing. So I wouldn't be aggressive either way here, right? If anything, you've got massive volatility. I'd let the volatility pass a Friday. Maybe as the market settles down a little bit, you've got some, something that's hedged in the options market over the weekend, because you're going to have massive range tomorrow. I would be shocked if we didn't. All right, I got to keep moving here. Sorry, I get caught up in the, I don't mean to let my political bias leak out. It's hard not to. Okay, Crypto Janus. We just did coin, right? So we got coin covered. Hangman, we got ES. Depeche, he's giving me something good here. I know that. So what do we got here? So let's see what Depeche is thinking. He gave me a killer, fine, I'll do it myself robot. Depeche, we know his color scheme, so what is he on? ORDI. ORDI. I don't think I've ever looked at ORDI. I don't know what it is or what they do or why they exist. But they're technical, so let's see it. Okay, right, so this is a good example. And again, Depeche is highly skilled, right? So he's not, trying to connect anything, this to this, right? It's here's the 5. Okay, so we got a 5, right? So here's the internal 5, 4, 5 is a little skinny here. Now, of course, that's in log scale, right? It's going to look different out of log scale. So you see it a little bit differently here. It's where you got to look at both to see. Okay, so because your eye is so distorted by log scale. Okay, skewed triangle. Ooh, sexy, right? Those are tricky. I think there's one of those in our blue belt. Oh, I shouldn't give that away because those are tricky, right? So we've got a B here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diag, right? Expanding diag into the A, which is where you'd expect to see it. Funky triangle into the B. That looks technical, right? So if we pull from the absolute high, I didn't quite, let's get you right on there. All right, just a little, maybe the 2-tick front run on the golden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a completed, let's bring that up. A, B, C, complete. Order block down here. Oh, let's get into the finish. Let's go to 1. Oh, this is kind of cool. So we're going to go 3, 4. 1, 2. I'm assuming what those are kind of funky. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is this? What is that related to? Oh, that's your large 2 of C. No, C of 2. This is an interesting. Never seen it done that way. So how are we getting done? So we're just looking to finish the 5 here. Aren't we? No, we need a 1, 2. So let's label it up. 1, 2. What am I missing here, Depeche? I just need a 5 to finish. Oh, I think what he's talking about is maybe a question on this 4. Maybe the 4 goes here. I think that's what he's saying. Okay, I think I follow you here. So, okay, we can look at this and go, what happened here? You don't even need to count it. It's contraction, expansion. All right, well, pardon me. We don't have the expansion yet. You're anticipating the expansion, right? It's a 4, right? We have this nice trend, right? It's always easy to spot the 4. Well, not always, but usually, because we stop progressing the trend, right? Oh, we got this nice trend going. Oh, sideways. Going to go to sleep for a while, and then we're going to expand. It's coming, right? Very few things are absolute in the market, but from contraction comes expansion. It's just which way is it coming? Well, that's why we use Elliott Wave, right? It gives us the context, right? So here's this contraction, right? Indecision, right? Nobody knows. Well, fuck, I don't know. We're going up, we're going down, right? Do you like it? Do you like it here? I buy it, sell it, right? People are trading in there. Why? I have no fucking idea. Either hyper scalpers or ignorant retail is trading in that. Why would you ever trade in that? You're inexperienced, that's why. So we're going to come down here, 3, 4. We're going to finish this with a 5, right? So I don't have to worry about Depeche. He knows what he's doing. We're going to look for that 5 to finish it. Well, now you don't have to sit down here, right? Careful of that, right? That's a comment that I used to do this a lot, right? Because I was so determined to try and pick the turn. You don't ever need to do it. You don't need to sit down here with a limit order, even though that's very, oh, fuck, look, I made the turn. You don't, if we're doing this, you don't need to get the turn. Shit, I'd like to see it sweep out break that consolidation and then retrace. I love it here. Prove it. Don't just, oh fuck, I know that's the turn. No, you don't know it's the turn. Nobody knows. There's no knowing. There's thinking, anticipating. There's no knowing. I know that's it. All right? I used to be that guy. Oh, I know that's it. I know it. Fuck, I'm buying it right there. Are you counter trend? Yeah, you're counter trend. Wouldn't you want to wait to see, right? So can I do this every week, right? Wouldn't you want to wait? Oh, is that it? Oh, no, no. Is that it? Oh, that must be it. No, oh, that's definitely it. Nope, that's not it, right? Something has to break, right? You got nothing that's broken here. There's nothing says this couldn't just keep going down and down and down and down and down. There's nothing technical here to say, well, fuck, it's not going farther than that. Because there is no such technical event other than zero and out of business. Wait, let the market prove it, right? You're not going to miss anything other than your post on X or Instagram or wherever the fuck you're doing it. Oh, look, I picked the turn. Join my mentorship. I'm sorry, it's every dickhead ICT trader, right? They did 3 winning trades. Join my mentorship. A lot of that. I don't know why I'm salty today. I don't know why. Okay, great work, Depeche. Oh, he had 2 folders in here. I should have corrected folders here. So he got 1, 2. Oh shit! Did I do that? That's the 1, 2. So this would be. Let me pull that out here. Shit, I don't know that we need to do much more here. He's got it, right? That's the way. I think, I mean, you're on it right there. We're in the 4, waiting for the 5, right? Let it sweep something, then take the retrace. Right? Where's the path of least resistance right now? Often ask yourself, where's the market flowing? Where's the flow? Well, in the moment, we have no flow. We're just in consolidation. But is this hard to ascertain? Is the path of least resistance down? So why are you making the assumption, oh, well, after all of that down, now it's going up? Well, we hope, maybe, right? But don't assume it. Path of least resistance is down until it's not. Market wants to go up. We all want it to go up, but that doesn't mean it's going to go up. Let the market show you. That's great, as always, Depeche. Appreciate your stuff. Vesper, okay. Vesper. I'm never going to look at that and not think of Vesper. James Bond, love. At least for 2. I think two episodes. Who's giving me this? This is Vesper giving me, oh, wow. Okay. Well, I like it. I think you might be. Oh, I see what you got. You got extensions on here. Okay, so let's. This is you. Okay, good. Let's. I'm going to do this just for my benefit as well as others, right? Let's skinny that up a little bit. You don't need all that stuff on there, right? You'll get to where you won't actually want it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Nothing to not love here. I'm gonna. Well, let's see. What are you doing there? That's your B. Okay, I got it. So we're not quite to golden. Well, oh, you're locked. Okay, hang on. Let me. Oh, are you? Maybe not. No, we're not. Okay. Oh, can we get that? All right. That you wait for those. That's daily. Let's go to a 2-hour. Let's check this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. Okay, it's all right, Vesper. I know you're still learning here. Okay, it can't be as you've got it labeled, right? You're on the right track. This is better. You're getting better every week. But look what you've got here. Right? If we add the additional degree here, you'd be here. Right? You got a 5, 3, 5. Oh, I mean, unless you're thinking ABC, I don't know why you'd be thinking that, but maybe that's what you are thinking. Right? Here's a 5, here's a 3, there's a 5. Is that what you're thinking? ABC, we're going to do this as an ABC? Well, maybe. It kind of has the feel of being impulsive coming off the low, though, doesn't it? And if it's corrective, we don't have anything to be correcting. I might suggest you give that a second look. There's probably a way to get that into a clean 1. Right? I think that's what you want, is a clean 1 there. No, we can probably do this pretty easily here. So let's, I'm going to move this just for a second. I see what you're doing here. I'm going to move some of this. It's just to open this up a little bit. Okay, so let's take this down. Let's go here. It looks like you could fix this pretty easily. Well, you've got the 1, right? So you just was a little weird the way you did it. Here, I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so we have the 3 here, and we have a 5 that finishes to give us a 1. So really what we're trying to do, oh, fuck. Do you really even have anything there? I'd do it this way. All right, which I think is what you were after initially. Got a 1. All right, here's the 5 that finishes, right? So you want to pay attention to that because you nailed that part of it. Let's put that in yellow. Okay, right. So there's a, the question is, do we right? Are we even trying to count that 1, 2? You can't. That doesn't fly. I tell you the truth, I'd start it here. I'd do all of it here because this. Hang on a second. This is kind of the same thing, right? Do we need to count that? Not really. It's just, again, it's radio waves, right? There's a 3 that brings it down here. You're within ticks of the low here. I would just start it there. It cleans the whole thing up. 1, 2. Oh, fuck. Maybe you have to do a 1, 2. Oh, shit. That got a little gnarly in there. There's probably a B. You have to do a running flat here. Into the 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's tighten that up. You're probably okay there. What is that? That's your 200 day. We don't have 200 days yet. Buying a retrace, you're absolutely right about that. That's everything we always want to be buying on a retrace. ABC, that looks clean. You got a gap down here. What do we got coming here? Now remember, right? We have a big number hitting the market on Friday. I'd wait on that. I wouldn't try and get that perfectly. Well, it looks like you got a start on it. Looks like you got a 1, 2. It doesn't look like that's done. Maybe. All right, looks like that could be coming deeper. Could be, right? We don't know. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Fuck, that looks like that could go further. There's a 1, 2. 1, 2. You're not going to do this. Well, take that back. You might have a diag there. Looks like 3 would be the shortest, so that won't fly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like that's got more to go, so maybe you get into that golden. That's not an easy one here. What's the alternate here? Well, if we want, well, what we'd like, right, is the pivot in the golden, right? So that would give us a golden corner. Looks like the only way you could get into that would be is a WXY. Now let's hang on a second. This is the higher pivot. So well, we could, I guess we could do it as a B. Let's see if we can solve this here to get, hang on a second. A, B, can we get this into a WXY? Because what we want is this to be an ABC and be done down here, right? Do you follow my thinking? How can I get this into an ABC? Here's an A, B, C. That's what I want. Now, can I make that fly without distorting the count to meet my, what I'm looking for? That could be the 2. That looks good. So you'd have to be, well, you can't go 1, 2. You can't go 1, 2. That's a higher pivot, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it a true double? Holy shit. Maybe you can get away with it. You can. Look at that. Okay, so that opens up that possibility. Well, let's label it 1, 2. It has to be another 1, 2. It's not going to be 3. I don't know if this is going to help us. Come here. Back to the same problem. Now maybe, can we do it as a diag? You know, new rules, we don't have to overlap. Oh, see, it's tempting, right? But with the big number coming, right, everything's going to move off of that. Well, that would bring you back here now to be trying to finish this. I don't think you can get a... Let's try it. That's what you need. And you're leaning into this, right? So is this a great setup? No. It's a little bit of an Elliott shuffle in there. Because, you know, you're kind of stuck with that. Are we technical here? $50. Well through it. Well, if that's me, I'm very interested. I think that's pretty juicy. But it's not ahead of that number on Friday. Again, same reason, right? If you're buying it now, you're just rolling dice, right? Why take the gamble? Well, you could say because okay, well, it's Astera Labs, right? How much volatility are we expecting in this? I'm looking at a 2-hour. You could use this. You could do the 707 down here. Oh fuck me! Hang on. What do I want here? You could use this. Pivot to that 1. You've got unmitigated order flow down here. Right, you got that. Maybe you put your stop down here, right, if you really want to go for that. So ease up on the size, right, initially. Because remember, if you're right, if we get the pivot here, come here, it's not going to do this. I mean, you know, it could end up there, right? That's what you're projecting. It's going to end up there, but it's not going to do that, you know, in a couple of days, right? So you'd wait. Can I get that? Can I get that? If you get a positive reaction to the numbers, all right, and everything goes up with it, okay, well then, okay, I got a good pivot. This is a little bit of a wishful thinking here, so I wouldn't, you know, it's not the cleanest of Elliott. Maybe. Why? If you buy it now, there's only one reason. FOMO. Where are we looking for it, right? We'd be looking for it up here. All of this is massively bullish, right? So if your targets are up here, right, which is very legitimate, right, to have the targets up here, why are you dicking around here for $1 or $2 when you're trying to, you know, that's massive, right? Is that even possible? Let's see. Do we even need to be in log scale here? What are we at? 40? Yeah, fuck, we do. Right? So it's from 40 to 140, right? You well past 4 times the range, right? So you're kind of stuck with that in log. You got straight up, right? At least you get a break in it. So you can look at this and say, okay, I've got a 5 up, and then I've got a 3 that takes me right to the golden zone. Does the market move in 5s and 3s? No, not anymore. That's your grandfather's TA. Market doesn't do it. We're way too sophisticated now. Algos have changed everything. Have they? Algos have nothing to do with human fear and greed. Well, they can produce it, but that's not what moves the market. So pretty good setup there, but watch list. Don't. My suggestion is you're not going to miss anything, so don't take the additional risk. Why? If you get because don't forget the alternative is that we go fucking straight down. right? And that you're down here. That this now you'd still have a corner. Eventually, you'll get a corner as long as we don't do that. So you may not get a golden. Maybe you go a little bit lower. You get and this completes as you see. You get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get it deeper into that. Maybe you get a 707, right? You want the golden, right? Because now you got a major algo, right? That's going to stay long until it gets there. That's why you want it. That's going to cut a path for you. You don't want to go against them. You're buying in the discount. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to be looking here, but again, before major release, I'd wait. Just my suggestion, but it's nice work, Vesper. Nice work. If time permits, checking back in. Okay, let's see how we doing. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay, so Vesper, I'll do your next one. Okay, how am I doing on time? How's the market? Oh, NQ's now up 306. What chaos? What volatility? I don't know what you're talking about. There's no chaos. Let's copy that. Oh shit. Well, Vesper likes bright colors. Okay. See, now to me, oh shit, is this? No, this is the same thing. You see, that makes it harder on my eye to look at that, right? I see that. I don't think you need to add that until you break out of it. So, I mean, if you prefer it. Oh fuck, what am I doing here? We're here, template. That's what I want. Okay. You think an algo responded there? I mean, that's what you're looking for in the other one, right? Look. Again, I do this every fucking week, right? Every chart I've ever done, right? It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Golden. It's not why it moves, it's how it moves. Okay, all right, so you have a golden corner that's in play here, right? Look, Jesus, right? Do you think it, it's like redundant. I know it is, right? But it's, if I don't keep showing it, right, you're going to, I'm here to help you, not if it's boring, sorry about it. It's every fucking chart in the history of trading, right? It's how it works, right? Okay, so 1, 2, right to golden. So I've got the corner here. So what am I anticipating now? This is where we don't have to wonder. We don't have to think, God, okay, I wonder what's next. No, if this is 1, 2, if that's correct, we're going to get an impulse here. If, right? Did I say if? If it's 1, 2, I don't know, 5, 3 into a golden zone. Does that look technical? Coming out of a golden zone. Why? We know we have 80% probability of getting to the median line. Shit, we could be here tomorrow. We could be here today. Oh, that looks like the market's retraced a little bit. Let me, this one I always use. So you can see this guy, I am the octopus. Right, so we can see where the market is. Well, that's a big rejection wick, right? Oh. Custom truck source. Oh yeah, I saved this. I liked it so much the last time. I saved it. I've got it up here somewhere. I saved it. I liked it so much. Okay, 1, 2, right? We got a golden here. Now I got a reaction. Let's go down. Let's go to an hourly. See what we completed there. Not a great looking impulse. Look at the massive sell, right, related to that wick. Interesting. Let's get this right here. Oh, that's earnings, mate. That's why. Surprise. Whoops. Okay, so that would make you a little bit more cautious about the idea here. I don't like to trade into earnings myself. I like to let it pass and let's see what the reaction is. It'll also juice up the option market. Well, it's, certainly this makes sense. You look at this and go, well, shit, wonder why. All right, well, looks like that was technical as well. So it looks like this, right? Once one side's technical, right? There you go. So do you see how precise that is? Oh, let's get it right on there. Oh, it looks like we got a little wick through it. Swing, golden. There's the target where we hit another golden. And now we've gone back to the, again, over and over. That's all it does. Okay. So, whoa. Would make me a little uncomfy with that reaction here. So I think for anyone new looking at this, right, it's not highly traded, actively traded, you got a clear line in the sand, right? We don't want to break that. if we're going deeper here off of this being a pump into earnings, and then the news comes out and then it's a negative, well, I sure want to see that hold. Well, really what you might expect, it's not likely to come here and then do this, right? What would be the catalyst? It's more likely it's going to drift around here for a while and probably bring over to this. You need a little time to pass from the earnings. That's a bad sign, right? To reject that hard. I'm not saying get out of it, but I wouldn't. If your stop's down here, you don't take the whole thing. That's pretty much that's a pretty negative reaction. But it's not there yet. So where are you? Not even to this golden. If you break, if you're going to fill that gap, right, I would be mindful of that, right? That's the gap. If we're going to come down below the 707 and fill that gap, I would just take the loss, right, and just reevaluate. It's going to be, well, I don't know what size you're trading, but if we come down here, we fill the gap. You're getting too close, right? You don't want to. If it breaks that, I'd stop out. If it comes back down, maybe we're doing this. Maybe we're going to retest down here. But take the jab and then wait, right? If you still like it, let it consolidate a little bit here. Maybe you get just a lack of interest, right? Maybe this was a bit of a anticipation of the earnings. Maybe there's going to be a positive surprise. We get a negative surprise. Let's see how the market responds to that. I would sit tight. I wouldn't go into new longs there. Why? The technical is great, but that's not given that reaction. I'd wait. Let's see, right? Maybe that 2 holds. Okay, good. Thanks for posting those. We can see chart. Looks to me like you didn't enable crypto option. Looks like Koki. Oh, Dr. Alban. That he was going to give me dog with hat. Copy link. Let's see what he's thinking on Bitcoin. How am I doing on time? Oh shit, I'm going to be on time. Holy fuck! So rarely do I ever make it on time. Okay. Oh yay. What I count. I'll take 700 on the day. Okay, so let's copy this over. All right, Dr. Alban, what are you thinking here? First thing I'm going to do is just because of my brain, I'm too old to do it any differently. Okay, so let's get this. Okay, let me get in here. Okay, so he's got some sort of cycle timing. Having? What do we got here? What is the cycle timing? February. July, August, September. Not sure what's going on there, but I like it. Okay, so what do we got here? Can't mix 3-wave. I can't mix 3-wave move with 5 move for a better fit for this downtrend. Okay, well, I'm going to. Okay, this is, I think, right with where the 4 is, right, is open to interpretation, but the 3, 4, 5, I think we're pretty much most Elliotticians are in agreement with this, given the depth of the retracement. So again, I'm just going to pull that off for a sec. Okay, we're definitely in log scale. Do we need to be in log scale? Well, if my low here is at 54, no, I don't need to be in log scale. So let's look at it in both. Okay, so let's come out of log scale per his count, right, which is very reasonable. All right, that's our low. 1, 2. Well, you could do 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Some people differ on that. If that's the low out of log, right? What's our 50? Oh, that's good. That's what I want, right? So we bang the 50. We've got this little imbalance, right? We got here's where the election was, right? Here's it's November 6th, somewhere right in there. Yep, right there. Okay, so we've got a 5. Well, in your mind's eye, what we want is this, right? We want a 3 to correct it, right? Right to the 50. hide that. Not sure why, what these are related to, but that's okay. Can we make that fly? Do we have a good finish there? W. Okay, well, that's interesting. Let's get in there. So we're working as a diag. That's a bit of a stretch to call that an ABC, don't you think, Dr. Altman? Let's see. Do we have it in there? It looks to me like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he's got one more down. All right, so the way he's doing it. Okay, so questionable here. Oh fuck, where's that thing? Is that a 3? Questionable, right? Because you can see the the possibility here is you put the W over here, A, B, C. Let's go with it, right? Because that's clearly a 3, so you're kind of stuck with that. So we're going to go 1, 2, A, B, C into a 3. Big 4. Now A, B, C, right? It has to be. If it's going to hold this count. Let's measure that. It's pretty deep. Is it technical? Well, if we're using that pivot, right, this, even though we get it over here, probably okay here. A, well, that's probably a good B. Well, remember, we begin and end in 5s, right? So the implication here is we've done, if this is the 4, we're going to go A. So let's finish it, right? This is his labeling. It would be A, B, and C would be down here, right? Otherwise, we've got some sort of truncation here, right? So the implication here is negative, A, B. Right. Again, on the assumption, right, if you've got your Elliott hat on, we know we begin and we end in 5s. Always, 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 right? So have we begun or ended something? Well, if we're ending something here, it's very unusual, right? It's not, I'm not saying it's not possible. Oh, fuck, there's... Oh, God, that is bad. You'd have to be truncating, and it's just so weird. That would just be too weird. A little choppy here. Whoops. Looks like 707, got it. But you've lost the algo here. That does look like a good 3. Well, it's pretty common for a B to go that far. You've got the unmitigated order flow up here, right? It's bearish order flow sitting up there. Oh, let's go with sell zone up here, right? So again, that's untapped, right? It hasn't been tapped into. Right? So we come right to the edge of it, which is very common, right? They won't get into it, right? Because there's juice in there. We won't get into that. Now we've got one more leg down. The only thing you'd have to lean into is that this is such blatant market manipulation that maybe we're going to truncate here because this now, I wouldn't assume that. I mean, I love it down here. You're just going to have to prove it, right? Right now that looks like a 3, so I mean, would you buy it there? Really? I'm not saying sell it. I'm just saying, God, don't. That would be a horrible place to buy it. A 5 followed by a 3. You're going to buy that? On what basis? I'm not saying it's not going to be, 10,000 higher by Monday. I'm just, if you're applying how are we even going to fucking do that? 1, 2, 3, but this would have to be, well, let's see, can we even do it? Well, this would have to be, 1, 2, that's going to be your 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's see, we can probably do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Generous. ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, I'm on a 15-minute. See, it looks more to me like what we have here is ABC. But what is that, right? So 1, 2. Well, you can probably leave this up here and say, all right, if we're digging into that and we're get into this well, you got a couple of things here. You got unmitigated order flow here, and then you got a big fair value gap in the middle of it, right? So this is juicy. That's the only way that would fly. And then, well, okay, well, let's consider it. All right, here's what I would propose. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's either an A or a B. Into a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mighty skinny of a 5, right? Are we really calling that? You know, but it's there. Oops. This would be A, B, C. Buying down into some of that. Down here. Order block. You got multiple order blocks down here because of all that displacement. That would be buy zone right here. Same thing, right? We got another demand zone right here. So you got an order block and a demand zone here, right? How do I know it's good, right? Because one, we swept the load that's right there. So we grab liquidity, and then displacement. Same thing here, displacement. So if you're going to lean into that, right? If you're bullish, that's the only way that I can see getting that to work. It would still suggest down right here for the buy. You want to buy in the premium right at a golden zone. Do what you want, but I would strongly discourage that. There's no way around that 5. Even the internal, right? You're stuck with that. There's a clear impulse there. You're not fixing that into a 3. This, you're not fixing that into a 5. So I've got 3 followed by 5, right? Again, I'm either beginning or ending. Well, if I'm going to end, then I've done a very weird, I'm going to truncate. Bitcoin's going to truncate the 5th. Well, that's what you're saying. 3, 4, we're truncating the 5 by a pretty wide margin. And I'm force fitting a 5 in there because I want it to go higher. Careful. Just saying, right? Either way, there's no way around the fact that you're buying in the premium. Why would you do that? Only one reason. Didn't want to miss it, man. That thing could go at any second, right? I heard that Bitcoin reserve is coming, right? Well, we've been hearing that for pre-election. I know it's coming, right? So I'm going to buy it anyway. I don't care what, right? What? All you're going to do is. There's no good outcome there. Even if you make money, you've just reinforced a bad habit. If you lose money, you're going to come back and slap yourself, right? Saying, why would I do that? I know better than that, right? And the downward cycle of self-punishment, kicks in. You're like, I'm such a dumb fuck, right? That's, not your next. You don't want to put yourself in that position. If it goes, it goes. Okay, it's not going to be at 150 grand in 2 days. If we blow out of here and we get some ripping impulse and we blow out that high, take the retrace. Don't buy. Strongly suggest you. I know, right? So these are the comments I get, right? So if it's up there on Monday, right, I get. Plenty of people love to shit on people that post. They love it. They love to show that you're wrong, right? Those are the most enthusiastic comments I get when I'm wrong. And I'm wrong all the time, right? Everybody is. Get used to it. Okay. Oh, I got some late additions here. There's a new handle, I think. Clivey? Okay, so he's got me one here. We'll finish up with here. And then I've got to do Bitcoin Silver. Fuck, 1:30. Now I'm late again. Shit. Promised I would do Bitcoin Silver because that came from... Okay, we'll finish up here quick. I'll probably do these fast. Uh-oh, what did I just do there? Just fuck something up. I'm trying to copy Save. Why did that not work? There we go. Okay, Bitcoin Cash. Okay. Was it? Oh shit! Oh, that works, right? Isn't that it, Wonks? Isn't it Bitcoin Cash I'm supposed to do? Yeah, I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so perfect. Okay, so Clivey, if I'm saying that right, CLVY, he gave me Bitcoin Cash, which is what I was trying to do from Twitter. Okay, so this works out beautifully. Thanks, Clivey. Grayscale Bitcoin Trash. I guess this is close enough. Well, we'll do this right. It won't be much different. Okay, so he's filled in a little bit here. Oh, we'd have to go. Well, what are we going to do with that? That's a 4, it would seem. That's the deepest retracement. So it makes me want to do this just because I got nothing. Well, I suppose I could do that. I got to change the colors here. Hang on. So I can see it. God, this looks like Murray Math. Well, it's impulsive, right? So whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, extension in the 5th, it's just fine. Although I'm a little, I don't know why you're bent on the A wave. Well, so seems to suggest to me you're expecting new lows, which I don't know. I don't even know why Bitcoin Cash exists, but let's just consider an alternate here. Oh, shit. Remove lock drawings. Yeah, I'm going to do that anyway. Okay, just for, oh, fuck. All right, I not to discourage you from doing those, but let me just clean this up a little bit here so I can. Why are we not? Would be my question to you. Why are we not thinking that? Why so bearish? I mean, I doubt we. I mean, I can see you're thinking, right? You're just doing it as a 3, but why? Why would be my question. Looks like you're pretty good here. We done? Maybe not. That's probably WXY. Fuck it. There's clear 3. Looks like that's technical, right? So you may have had this in there. Target hit. We've got the 50. 1, 2. Shit. Do we want to do that as a WXY? Oh, that's probably all right. All right, so that's daily. Let's dig in a little bit more. Well, that's a 3 all day. See if the EWO helps us at all there. That's makes me want to go WXY so we can get that done. Because I got a 3 here. I mean, I could do this. Because that looks like a 5, right? So you might be stuck there. A, B, C. 1, 2. Let's go an hourly. Well, let's label it. All right, we got to put them somewhere. Could that be the 2? Could be. 3, 4, 5. Possibly. Let's go something bright. Looks all right. 1, 2, 3. That's your best candidate. Oh, something's there. 4, 5. Done. Not hard to call that. You got a pretty good channel there. You just force a habit. I try and color coordinate so I know where I am. Okay, enough to go. That's kind of a YOLO. OBS. Okay, OBS just disconnected and reconnected. Okay, shit. That's the universe telling me to shut up and get it done. Okay, so maybe that's what you got there. Okay, same thing I would tell you. All right, okay, show me legs here. Give me some sort of a 5 out of this. I'll take the retrace. Right, but otherwise, you're just trying to pick the turn to be your hero. Right, there's no reason to do that. Bitcoin Cash is not going to be at 1,000 in a day or two. Why pick the turn? Maybe it's there, maybe not. That's not a look at the C relative to the A, and that's some wishful thinking. Let it show it. Okay, last one I got to get out of here. All right, so hopefully walks that gives us enough on Bitcoin Cash, right? You do note here that this was untapped, right? Sitting untapped, right? Hadn't gotten to it. Oh, there's a little toe going in. It's certainly possible this rolls over, right? That this all comes down here, and this would be the 3 and the 4 still to come, right? Certainly possible. Which is why don't just because you want it to be the low, right? Let the market show you that that's the low. You could easily roll over and come golden. Again, I don't know what the use case is for Bitcoin Cash. I truly don't. I don't know. I don't think it'll be here in 5 years, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's come over last one, and then I'm done. I'm done. Late start, so we'll run a little bit late. Okay, Chainlink. Well, it's interesting. You're doing them through grayscale rather than the actual spot. But okay, that's why I didn't recognize GLNK. It's because it's the grayscale. Oh, maybe it's because you prefer to trade equities. That makes sense. Well, you're getting a very different looking chart here than you would if you're looking at Link. But it doesn't matter. Chart's a chart. Again, with an A, it's interesting to me. I'm going to tell you, no, I think not. Why? Why do you assume an A? One, two, three, four. Why assume an A? Right? I wouldn't count any of that. That's the low. 2. Right? What? I'm curious as to why you would think otherwise. Oh, you're locked up here. Okay, right. So it looks like he's using range expansion, which I like. All right, so he's wolf range. What's the range you're expanding? What? Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Let me show you another way to approach that. Right? If you like range expansion, that's not there's different ways to do that. Here, let me change that, and then I got to get out of here. Okay. Oh, that's taking me up here. I got to do it the other way. From the low. Get right on that pivot. Oh, damn it. Here, hang on. I can't. Those are fucked. So I can see them a little better. There's a couple of things you want to look for, right? You could go to the last swing down here. It looks like that got it. Okay, right. So if I get this right on that pivot, the magnet helps. Okay, so here's your range expansion, right? So here it's the last move down. Now this is where the ICT people. Come on, man. Somebody's got to tell him. I'm amazed. This is literally the emperor has no clothes, right? They're so in love with ICT. No one has the balls to tell him, "Hey, dumbass, that is not standard deviation." But that's what they all call it, right? They it's to take the stance. Very hard to understand why nobody has said to him, "Hey, that has nothing to do with standard deviation. It's range expansion. Here's the range. Here's the expansion." It's weird, right? But it's just like the sycophants in DC, right? We can never tell him he's wrong. Okay, so here's 100%, here's 100%, here's 200%, 3, right? That's the expansion of this range. It is not standard deviation. So do we have a candidate for a 1-2? Yeah, we do. So here, range expansion, pretty good, right? Within ticks. It's just another algo. Okay, A, B, C, right? So if I'm going to call this a 1, do I have an A, B, C? Well, right, possibly. Looks like you'd have to do this here as a slight truncation, right? Oh, you could do it as a WXY. Looks like it might be. Now, all right, Y, can we get the Y in there? So now with this, right, I'm gonna change this. Just having made that point that that's a moronic way to approach. What? No, not what you're doing, but the ICT people. Jesus Christ, guys, come on, call a spade a spade. Okay, right. So is this WX? You're kind of wishful thinking here. AB. What are you hoping for there? God damn it. See, that's what you're kind of looking for. Maybe. You got this whole zone down here that you use for that range expansion, right? So I got a base down here. Here's contraction, expansion. Build, 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 accumulate, expand. We're going to come back to it. Look what would be right there waiting for it. What do we got here? True year, true month, true day. Oh, I don't know what that means. True. True year. Oh, he's doing something with oh, Jesus. These guys know better. The Joshua, oh fuck, 2 degrees and Joshua. These guys know better, right? They sell the indicator and label it as standard deviation. It's just bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Somebody needs to get on fucking Google and look up standard deviation. A, B, C. Okay, maybe down here. You're picking the knife's edge here. Why? Why are you doing that? Because if you're trying to buy, you're going to buy that right above the golden zone. Yeah, it's A, B, C, right into that X. You can't go 1, 2, so you're kind of stuck with the AB. That's not a 1. So AB, I love it down here. Let it get a little bit lower. And then you might maybe have something, but you don't want to try and pick the turn. You want to wait, let a reaction come, and then I'll take the retrace, right? Same thing I would tell you at every pivot, right? Every decision you make, I had this conversation with some guys I was doing a private one-on-one with. Every single decision you make in the market, and I mean every one is this. Is it going to hold? Right? That's it, right? Do we hold here and go higher? It's the same thing, right? That's it. That is every decision you make in the market is broken down, can just be broken down to that. Are we getting a higher low here and a higher high, or are we getting a lower low, lower high? That's it. And interestingly, right, the dominant algo plays into that, right? We know this is the dominant algo in the market. We don't have to wonder about it. I prove it to you every single week. Right, so that's always the question. Everything, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't matter. Every single decision is that. You could break it down to that. I would say defy me, but you can't. Right, that's it. That's every decision. A, B. Oh, are we going to break? W, X, Y. Oh, that you need a little Elliott there, but it would be the same decision, same question. Oh, is it going to hold? Oh, it broke. Oh, well, how do I account for that? What are we doing here, right? Same thing. Is it going to go here? Is it going to break? Are we going this way or are we going down, right? That's all it ever is. Everywhere, every decision, every pivot, right? That's it. Well, you can think of it this way. It's a range. It's a range. Where in that range do you want to buy, sell, right? You can just think of it that way. Do I want to buy here? Well, you're buying it full retail. Don't want to buy down here. Right? At least I'm buying in the discount. Well, that would have to make sense in the context of what's come before it, right? So that would only make sense here. I get a higher low. Oh, I want to buy, right? Because I'm anticipating a higher high. I promise you, if you think about it, every decision you're making is that's it. That is all you're doing right there, or right there. That's it. That's every decision you make in the market. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there. Probably went too long. I got a late start. Okay, guys, I don't see alts running anytime soon. Trader Clay, yeah. Yeah, probably right. Well, we'll see. Bitcoin. Well, but it's if indeed there's going to be a Bitcoin reserve, which I do think there will be. Too much money was spent to get him elected for him not to deliver on that, and it doesn't cost him anything. It's only going to help his. He's only going to pump his own book. You know, how nice to have the president pumping his own fucking book and his own meme coins. How presidential. He's going to do it, but he's going to do it on Bitcoin only, right? He got way too much blowback from. You know, any of you guys read Pompliano, even he, right, who's a, you know, he's a huge Trumper, said, well, if you're going to put Cardano and you're going to put Ripple, why don't we put Amazon in? Why don't we put NVIDIA into the strategic reserve? If that's what we're doing, let's just, if we're going to just gamble, let's put the Mag 7 into the strategic reserve. It's not going to happen, right? He's not going to do alts, but he would likely do Bitcoin because, again, that's why I'm not even the slightest bit worried about Bitcoin. Way too much money was spent getting him elected for that to fall. There's no way that's falling. No way. You pry it out of my cold dead hands. There's no way they're letting that fall. Hundreds of millions spent to get him elected. They are going to do the Bitcoin reserve. It's just not going to be alts. But if Bitcoin goes, right, it'll pull the alts with it. So don't be so quick to say alts aren't going to go. Okay, guys, I got to wrap it. Looks like the market recovered nicely. All right, tariffs are on, tariffs are off, tariffs are on, tariffs are off. No, they're off for this week, but they're on in April. All right, we shall see. Okay, guys, have a good one. I'll catch you.